Go.
I'm Mei Lee. I wear what I want, say what I want, 24/7, 365. I know, it's a lot. But I don't got time to mess around. Je me fromage blanc. All about that hustle, am I right? Poor town. This is gonna be the best year ever. And nothing's gonna get in my way.
Mei, breakfast is ready.
Coming.
It's gonna be me. Is everything okay?
I'm a gross red monster. Don't look at me. Stay back.
This happened already?
What did you say?
Our ancestors had a mystical connection with red pandas.
Are you kidding me?
This little quirk runs in our family. You're so cute!
Sick. I've always wanted a tail.
I'm a freak.
We love you, May.
You're our girl.
Release the panda.
Abby, hit me. Oh.
Do you know how dangerous this is? You'll get whipped up into a frenzy and panda all over.
OMG! My whole life I've been perfect little Mei. But maybe I like this new me.
Mama's girl. It's gonna be me.
Hey up.
Hey, you.
What's happening? Welcome back. It's been a week.
It's been 1 week.
Has it been a good week, a bad week? It's been a week from now.
It was so. We need some sun and beach and get tan.
Oh, isn't that the truth? I'm quite pale myself right now, so I definitely need to
Oh,
work
for
on it.
sure.
Yeah, I
For
need to hit
sure.
up Portugal or Spain or something nice, or Greece.
It's not. I mean, it's hot, but it's not that hot here. Like
Right.
we still need some time to get tan.
All right,
I'm
good.
white as a fish.
That's all right. So I guess the movie that we're going to talk about this week is Turning Red. So yeah, so what is Turning Red? 2022 movie that came out in February of this year. It's about Mei Lee, who's a 13-year-old Chinese Canadian who comes from a Chinese traditional background home, a second immigration family. I think third immigration family,
But the father was Chinese as well.
Yes. So
I had a feeling they are Japanese.
no. Oh my gosh, no. Don't let the Chinese ancestors hear you say that. So essentially the story's spoiler alert for anyone that's not had a chance to watch it yet, but essentially it talks about her coming of age. She's from a very strict home, but when she came of age, she essentially, her family curse, which is women in her bloodline turn into a really big red panda when they turn around 13. And essentially the movie's about how she navigates around that, and with the help and support of her friends, how she's able to accept her personality when she's a panda and when she's not a panda, and how she can even confront her family with that, or as much as possible keep it a secret. But I think ultimately for me it's all about like family ties, and it's talking about having an overbearing family figure. It could be a mom, it could be a mother-in-law. I know everyone has a story or two about a mother-in-law that that's overbearing, but I think it was an all right movie. So what about you? What was your take on it?
I think it was like, you come to Toronto, nothing can stop you.
Hey, Toronto, gang, 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 the six.
You go against the family.
Yeah, well,
You go savage in Toronto.
you go hard or go home, or you go to Scarps.
It was so funny. The funny thing about it was like even when I was in Toronto, I was like, where are Canadians? I don't see any Canadians here.
What, in
So
Canada?
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I was like, where are Canadians? Because every single person that I was seeing, they had like different nationalities. So I was like asking my friends, where are like real Canadians here, white Canadians, like in Canada? And she was like, they are living like outside of the city. They're not like in downtown stuff. So for me, it was very interesting because even in this Disney cartoon, it was showing that how multicultural is Canada, and they're full of immigrants, and it's crazy. Like, and I could even see like there was like one woman with a scarf, Muslim, another one, this. What do you call? I don't even know how you call that. They have this thing
turban.
on their head. Turban.
Turban, yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
where are they from? India?
turban could be should be anyone that's Sikh. So it's a religion. It's not so much tied to a location.
Oh, if you're religious, you have to wear
Sikh,
this.
yeah, Sikh. So Sikh is like, it's based in like southwestern Asia. So it is like Pakistan, India. Those are the kind of communities that would have predominantly Sikh communities after Hinduism, of course. But
you also have some politician that wear that.
yeah. So yes, I think that's the Minister of Defense, who's actually Sikh. So, but yeah, right. That's with Canada.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's a mixing pot of different cultures and different communities, and I think the big thing about Turning Red was that this is, even though it's based around a Chinese family, a lot of Canadians, similar to myself, we're first or second generation Canadian, and we have to figure out a way to recognize our heritage, but yet still be our own person, kind of thing, which is the whole thing about Turning Red. Like, yes, it seemed as if on the surface level, it might appear as, okay, this is about a girl becoming a woman or going through having a period, even though they had a scene about, oh my God, the mom's like, oh, you're having an issue. Is it this? Oh my God, is it that thing? Is it that? And she brings out like sanity pads to the school or into her bathroom and embarrasses Mei Lee. But it, on a surface level, it might look like it is about turning of age kind of thing and a girl becoming a woman. But for me, it's about family. It's about recognizing culture and being one's own self kind of thing as much as possible and embracing oneself. So I think regardless of what background that is, what background a viewer might have, there is some elements that they can hold on to kind of thing. So
did it happen to you? Because you're originally from Nigeria, no?
Yes, so I'm born in Nigeria.
But you were born in Nigeria, so you can be another Turning Red in Canada. So how was the experience for you? Because you basically experienced it.
Yeah, well, and then the funny part is, because it was set in Toronto, there's a lot of similarities that I can hold on to, because culture is a big thing in my family and our culture. Nigerians traditionally are very cultural centric kind of thing, and it's finding that fine line of being recognizing your culture and being quote unquote westernized. Being called westernized by some individuals just because I don't always give off the natural attributes of a Nigerian big pompous person that, but that's just some elements of being Nigerian. But we have so much more to give, and it's true. Like, something for you that you kind of said earlier was that you went to Canada and you realized, oh wait, these are not Canadians, but they are Canadians. There's no there's no cookie cutter, there's no template for what a Canadian can look like. We come in different shapes and sizes. And fortunate enough, I think also too in Turner Red, it's a very diverse film because one, it had you like you said, the friends, Mei Ling's friends, they were diverse. There was a white girl braces, Indian friend, Korean friend, and I want to say West. I want to say a West African, West Asian country too. But on top of that, what I also realized is this was the first movie that actually showed the main protagonist who had like a handicap. And guess what the handicap was? Or the disability?
Was it?
Yes. So it was the first time a protagonist wore glasses. So a handicap, so it can be such as wearing glasses. So that was the very first time that's ever happened in Disney. Everyone else is, chivalry has traditionally good looks, or they're very able-bodied, but this one is like she was wearing glasses like all good-looking people do.
Yeah.
But
I'm asking, was it like, what did you feel when you watched Disney? Like, was it a kind of related to you when you were kids and you were like,
the great thing,
in your teenage time in Toronto, that your mom says, "Oh, don't do this."
I think it's not so much about Canada. It could be placed anywhere, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But I think the things that channeled for me was, one, it was set in 2002, which was like the era of Tamagotchi, which they showed boy bands. So the boy band H-Town is a play off of O-Town and 444. So if you don't know those boy bands, look them up. Trust me, you'll either cringe or it'll take you back. And then what else? I think during those times, when you're a younger individual, there are some things you become really obsessed about. And when I was much younger, yeah, sure, there's like one or two things. Like I was really big into yo-yos. If you guys remember, like walking the dog, sleeper, the cradle, all that stuff. So like things like that, that's what it took me back to those times. But yeah, I think ultimately the whole family element, yeah, sure, as an immigrant family, there are some things, but I personally felt that movie was well narrated, and it showed things that I could relate to, and I'm pretty sure you yourself too, being someone that's Iranian that doesn't live in Iran, right? So how about for you? What kind of things did you channel into other than the amazing boy bands that was featured?
For me, like living abroad.
No, what elements of this movie did you find like, yes?
I like it reminded me of when I was at a school. So I was like, because the way that she was hustling, raising money, I used to sell. I mean, my mom didn't know it, but I had like so many posters of Backstreet Boys, like a new original movie. So I was making a copy of it, and I was selling at a school. Then I was selling like all the posters, because I had like my room was full of Backstreet Boys poster. So I was just earning money on the side, and my mom didn't know it. And I was like very famous at the school, like so the way that they were hustling to raise money reminded me of myself.
Hustle life.
This is cool.
Okay, nice. And then what about the family elements? So was there some things that you saw, yes, you relate to, or you thought it was too overly dramatized?
No, not that much, to be honest.
Okay.
No.
All right. So no elements but that. But I guess I think something that has to be noted too is maybe you're not a big cartoon person, or you've not watched a lot of cartoons.
No, I like cartoon, and actually, but I had another opinion about this movie.
Go on.
Like when I was watching that, like there was part of it that was related to the culture.
Mm.
But on the other hand, I had a feeling there is another part of it that how you can control your emotions. Because I had a feeling when she was getting mad, she was becoming a panda. So most of the time, I know that when she was too excited, but for me, they were like most of the time when she was like getting like irritated and angry and furious, that was the time that she was big. So for me, so I had a feeling like it was like our anger inside us, that it can like that it probably everyone has a monster inside of themselves that they don't really show it, but when they're so mad at someone or angry, that monster exists, but no one can show because people try to cover it up. Some people show it, but some people like maybe they have like hatred, but they don't show it. So I basically saw it more like in a psychological approach. I had a thing, so it's more like about how you can control your emotion, because then you become a monster. So I had a thing that it was like teaching how to have control over your behavior and your emotion, not to get so mad and angry. So I mean, for me,
Does your
this
family ever
part,
make you mad?
oh, I get mad so soon. So
Yeah.
it's not my family, like but no, but it's good to be able to. But I'm like recently I'm trying, when someone really pisses me off, I try to go silent. Like I'm practicing this, and it's actually way better because people are like, why she's not
So you don't turn.
reacting.
Okay, so you're saving yourselves from saving the community from
From
you turning
becoming
into
a monster. But you haven't
the
seen me when
monster, the Hulk, whatever it might be. Yeah.
when I become a real monster, you haven't seen me. But some
Oh,
people
Lord.
that probably maybe they are watching this video, they've
Th-
seen me as a monster. They're like, oh my God.
Those people are the ones that we're warned about on the road, the ones that get upset pretty easy.
They have
Yes.
seen that my monster side.
Oh Lord, I'm let me know when you drive so I can peacefully be in my house where I stay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, fair enough. So that's good. That's something to note. And then something I did want to quickly address up really quickly was that the animation element of this was actually very
Very
cool.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It was very good.
because they took a lot of inspiration from like animations like Sailor Moon and things like that. So, it's very anime-like elements that they brought to the picture. So I think for me, it was a very, very visually stimulating experience too. So that's something that I liked. And then something that I did not like, I did not like that they did not bring in more cultural references. So something like Justin Bieber, or even talking about Justin Trudeau. I guess all the Justins. But it's fine. Like, I think all in all, that movie was. I'll rewatch it with like my future kids or something like that. Say, oh, this is, you think you guys have it bad. This is the kind of life I used to live as an immigrant in Canada. Living under a strict household. How about you? What's one thing good?
But were you like in like strict
I wouldn't
family?
say. Well, it was not as free as everyone else will say it, because I was very
Yeah.
conscious of, where I was reminded, remember whose child you are, what home you're from, kind of thing. You can't go out partying like all those other people and things like that. Be home at a certain hour. And so stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, but yeah. So what's one good and one bad thing that you like?
Um, good thing was, as you told me, like the it basically like put different nationalities in the cartoon. So for me, that was very cool, and the way that it was showing Canada and multicultural and everything. So for me, that was very cool. But what I didn't like about it, I think, I didn't like the part that, you know, the panda, red panda thing. For me, it was a little bit like,
Of a lackluster. So, but however, like, you know, her
it
panda
wasn't
was
like,
that big of a deal. But did you see her
yeah,
mom's panda? So like her mom's panda was like Godzilla, right? So
yeah,
so imagine, so I think Mei Ling's panda was very timid compared to, it could have been so much worse, right? So I can understand how it was a curse for her mom, but it wasn't as much of a curse for her, just because even looking the dynamic of, you know, what it meant to turn as a panda as her mom and what it meant to be a panda as Mei Ling, right? So, but I guess it can act as euphemism for whatever you want it to be, turning angry or being a woman or whatever. But yeah, okay, that's fine. And
oh,
then,
there was another thing.
yeah, go on.
I like the fact that, I mean, I didn't like it, but it made me laugh that every time that the father wanted to talk, she was like, okay, your father. She wasn't even letting me talk.
A household of strong women. That's what that does to some
So
people.
this runs in my family. So that's
Oh,
why
really?
for me, I mean, they don't say you don't talk, but this really make me laugh, because some people think, oh, like a Persian family, it's very much, it's a macho, that man is like,
Mm.
but for me, I'm like, this
Not in my
doesn't even
family.
exist. Like, women are the one. Although a man is the provider, that doesn't make him just to do whatever he wants because he's bringing money to the table, you know.
Mm.
So for me, I mean, we are, in my family, we are not like that. But the way that a woman was like, the father was so like, that part really made me laugh. I was like,
That's true.
poor man, she doesn't even let him talk. I'm like,
And then the beauty of that, though, is that because he is forced not to talk a lot, but when he does talk, it's words of value and words that you kind of lean
yeah,
into words, and you have to listen because you know when's the next time he's going to be able to talk. So, but yeah, I guess yeah, I can see, I could totally get it too, you know, and to be quite
that was
honest,
very funny.
I get that. Yeah, sure. So out of 10, what would you give it? What's your salty popcorn rating for
4.
a 4? Okay, that's fine. I was gonna actually just rate it like you know what? It made me feel good. So I'm gonna give it like a 6.5. If I'm introducing decimal system into our rating system. So I guess on average that's
Just to be
5.5.
accurate,
Yeah, exactly.
6.5 or
6.5.
7.
No,
No.
oh, fine. Let me be nice. A 7. So I'm gonna give it a 7. So on average, that's a 5.5 for us. And then you ready to hear what the IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes gave it?
No.
IMDb said 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 94%. So we
So
brought
that
that
was
up.
like,
Yeah. So everyone that watched it, they loved it. Pixar loved it. Pixar loved what
I
Studio
sucked
did.
at it.
Yeah. I guess this movie's not for you, but you know that's all right. But yeah, so anyways, that's it for our review. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you something insightful and interesting next week. So it'll
And
be,
next week,
yeah, you'll
I'ma
be the one picking.
choose.
You're picking. So I'm gonna set a precedent to say nothing too scary, please. I like to be able to sleep at night, you know, hence why
What about something very sexy?
just, hey mom, if I'm watching this, I'm watching this for research purposes.
Oh, we said it's good for kids, so we
Yeah.
have to change it.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So anyways, next week we'll bring out something else. All right.
Yes.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. Bye.